Well, first trip of the year. Getting packed up here. Headed up to the camp here in a minute. As you can tell, got our new bowstrings in here yesterday. Looking pretty good. I like the new color. That highlighter yellow looks really good. And getting all packed up here. A couple more arrows put together. This is the new trophy room. Really, it's just my office, what I work from. A little time lapse here. Boop boop. And computer. Gotta get that stuff together. But we'll see you guys at the camp. Okay guys, it's September 8th and we are at the not so famous creek crossing. It's not famous yet anyway, but I did an interview here last year and I thought for sure we were gonna kill a buck here, like 100%. I thought we might even kill multiple bucks here, and the cameras early season told us we would. And I think they were on acorns in this bottom early season white oaks. I'm sure I had one good encounter here, one of the nice 8 points, and there are multiple other mature bucks in here early season, but then it got sporadic and we thought this was going to be like a rut funnel. Like we thought, man, we're gonna keep the pressure off, only hunt it when it's good, we're gonna get on some bucks in the rut. That did not happen. It was like okay through the pre-rut. We had a couple new bucks show up then. In the rut, man, it was quiet in here. Here and there were bucks coming through, but nothing like what we thought. And then it kind of picked back up post-rut a little bit. Some bucks were cruising through this creek crossing. But one of the problems was we thought they were going to be running through this ditch here, which they were at first. So we set up a stand to shoot the ditch. They started running right down the edge on another crossing across this creek. So this year, I'm gonna block this one trail into the creek and hopefully make them go down into the ditch, because this is our shooting lane. It's like 15, 18 yards, and we want them to go into the ditch crossing. That's what we're set up for. It's what is best, because we had a couple deer run right down the edge of the creek here, slip into the creek. It gives you a very small window to shoot them, and it's a quartering shot, not a good opportunity. So I've heard of people doing this. We've never done it, but we're gonna try to block this thing off, make it difficult, block this trail, and then hopefully they'll just ease of access, go around this tree here, down into the ditch. We should have some really nice bucks in this area this year. One other thing is, and you can see it in the background, there's a clear cut. They cut what we would assume is the bedding area here. It looks to me like it's grown up enough to where they'll still lay out in there some. They pushed up some piles of trees and whatnot, so you know, big bucks love that type of thing. It really doesn't matter at this spot. These deer are going to be traveling this little corridor into bedding over here. But we're going to see. It might change their pattern a little bit. This is the first year of the clear cut. Obviously year 2, 3, 4, 5, it gets better. But I don't know, maybe it makes this spot better with that bedding area not as good. Maybe it'll push them closer to our stand down the creek, but we'll see. It'll be an experiment year. We're also going to put a mock scrape in front of this tree, and hopefully that'll give them another reason to stop and give us a shot as they come down through here. And this is a dynamite spot for bow hunting. I've put a couple videos about creek crossings, and this is really one of those spots. I'll throw some of the video up from the past 2 years, but I've run some cameras here, and this little, you know, it's really a 150-yard stretch of creek here. All right, another mock scrape down, Licking Branch. Some synthetic here. I'm gonna order some buck fever synthetic here in a minute, but I just put out some fake, I think it's called Scrape Fix for now. That usually works okay. But this is the location we had a bunch of bucks in last year, and a real good encounter with a nice buck that we think's still alive. Lock on's right there, about I don't know, 15 yards. But definitely a trail intersection. So we'll see what happens here early season. Went ahead and put a camera out here as well. So another mock straight down. I think that's about 3 I put out today. So y'all see a little bit more of me in here. This is like my little man cave with all my archery stuff. So this is a 300 spine gold tip arrow with a 50 grain insert from Three Rivers Archery. I'll put the link to them down below. And I use some gold tip grip. The guy at my local archery shop told me that's what he uses for all his stuff. He never has any problems with it. So I got some of that from him. I haven't had any issues with it. I got 2 arrows fixed already. I shot them for a little while. I probably put a couple hundred shots in them. No issues yet. So gold tip grip. It's worked good. He said he's used that for years. No issues. So these are 300 spines, 50 grains here, and I'll probably shoot a 100 grain head out of these. That'll put those right at 450. And I got some more arrows coming in from Precision Archery in Georgia. And they're going to be sweet, but those should be right about 450 also. And we're just going to see, we'll do a test on those to see how they fly compared to these. But that at least gives me now, that puts my bow, I'll be able to, I'm sighting it in to a close range. I'll be close to what those are flying, hopefully, and you know, we'll compare, see how they're flying together. At least get my sight pretty close to that 450 range, you know, and then I'll fix these up. Hopefully, maybe even post-season. I may shoot these next year or something if I like the way they're flying. And I like these gold tips so far. They're flying out of the bow pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe get some new fletching, get some new vanes on these. Get a wrap or something from Precision Archery. They got some pretty cool topo wraps that I'm liking. Get a different color on here. But yeah, man, this is some stuff I'm hoping to get into. Some of this archery stuff. I've never done this before. My bow tech at the local archery shop said, hey man, this is how you put these inserts in. Do it like this. So I did it. Took about 10-15 minutes to do, I don't know, a dozen arrows here. So hopefully we'll get more and more into detail on some of these things, and I'll just take y'all along with me. I don't know how to do much, but y'all can learn with me, or y'all can correct me if you want to. Drop some comments below if you do it differently than that. I just put that gold tip glue on 2 sides. I was liberal with it. Probably put too much on a lot of them. I do have some super glue on my fingers, but I didn't want those to get stuck, those inserts to get stuck out. How you see on some of those practice tips and those inserts, I didn't want them to get stuck out. I wanted to make it all the way in. And it worked really well, really easy. Got them in easy. And we'll do some testing with this arrow. I'm gonna try to shoot them. I might try to shoot them at 50 tomorrow. If I can get them sighted in all the way to 50, that'd be good. And then maybe try, the goal is to shoot these 450s this year, so that maybe in the off season we can start shooting some long distance, maybe become a better archer. That's the goal. 70, 80 yards, something like that. But we'll see. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what you think about those. And I'll drop some links in the comments for the glue and these tips here, these inserts from Three Rivers. I really like Three Rivers. They got good stuff as far as inserts go. A lot of options. So obviously these gold tips are easy to get your fingers on. 300 spines, so we'll see.